What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Gabriel Show. So, check it out, man. The middle class is collapsing, right? Literally right in front of our eyes. And at this point, guys, I don't even know if there's anything we can do about it, okay? You have to make a choice. It's either you want to be rich or you want to be poor, okay? There's no longer going to be a middle class, right? The things that we used to be able to do as middle class citizens is going to become unattainable, okay? Buying a home is already literally an American dream, okay? You're going to have to go to sleep at night to imagine yourself buying a house, okay? Or buying, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to sound hopeless, but it's really like out of reach, especially if you're making minimum wage, okay? The odds of you getting a house, I don't know, man. Okay, like during the pandemic was like one of the last times where buying a home was like actually affordable. Okay, and not only that, I was looking at an article the other day, and it's basically saying the price for a new car, right? Your average car is basically around $50,000. Okay, so basically, say goodbye to the starter car. You know how you could buy like back in the day like a $5,000 hoopty. Nah, man, these hoopies are going for like $20,000 to start. Okay, and vacation, no one's really traveling right now. Okay, people are using their PTO to go to sleep. Why? Because they're just tired, man. People are tired. Okay. And so today I wanted to just, film this video. I know we're in my bathroom. All right. It's not the fancy studios, but you guys know there's some renovations going on in my house and I have to be home, right, while it's going on with my family. And I don't want to stop. I don't want to give you guys an excuse to why I didn't show up. I can't post every single day, but I do want to talk with you guys because I do owe you an apology. Okay. Now, there's people in my comments, I was calling them trolls, but like, it's not actual trolls, okay? I actually clicked on some of the names I've seen, and these are people who's been following me for years, since the beginning of my channel. Now, you see, my channel, guys, I do use it as therapy, but it's also like a nursing channel. I'm all over the place with the niches, but people, would follow me, and I was doing something really awesome in the beginning of this year, right? We were getting rid of the mortgage. I had like a balance of almost like, guys, we're about to go right under 100,000, right? And basically we're at 107,000, right, on the mortgage. And in the beginning of this year, we're at 128,000. So we were doing a phenomenal job, right? I paid off a lot of consumer debt, and I had a lot of people, right? A community, a debt-free community who was pushing me, who was rooting for me. And now, right, when you see me like do these impulsive things, you're not happy, right? And it's crazy because I had somebody email me, one of the subscribers email me saying, hey, Fritz, like, I really love your content, but just to be real with you, I don't understand what you're doing right now. It's pretty impulsive, I actually send my son your channel because, I think you could be a really good role model. But right now, I don't want my son to think it's okay to get into debt. And when she said that, I was like, wow. People are actually watching me, and I'm actually influencing people, like people are actually trying to pay off their debt, trying to invest. And, like me having like, I don't know if it's a midlife crisis, guys, me having what happened to me happen, me trying to cope and just trying to find happiness, like it put me in a position where, yeah, I definitely took some steps back, and yeah, I'm in debt, but like, me trying to convince you guys, you guys are in take. I love that about y'all because I can't convince you no matter how awesome leveraging is or whatever the interest rate is. You guys don't want to hear it, right? And I love you guys for that, right? You guys are keeping me accountable. It's tough love, and it's not trolls. You guys are actually looking out for me because let me tell you guys something, okay? One mistake, right, can make you end up in poverty, guys. See what I'm trying to say? One mistake. The middle class is truly disappearing, guys. And you could be one paycheck away from losing it all, right? Like you could literally, like becoming homeless now is a reality for a lot of people, and they never imagined that it could happen to them. Okay, so people are telling me like, hey, just because I have a job, just because I'm working as a nurse, I'm not going to hold you. Sometimes nurses, don't lie. Like if you work a lot of hours, you get all this overtime, you're able to make, a lot of money, especially in New York City. You're able to make a lot of money. So like sometimes I look at that income and I'm not gonna hold you. I fall for lifestyle creep. Okay. I'm not perfect. And you know what? It's really gonna slow me down right now from capitalizing on opportunities as like in regards to AI and like crypto and all these things because I'm everything's paused right now, right? I can't even invest in my 401k. And you know what? Like people are telling me, nah, man, you're hustling backwards. You're hustling backwards. And I can't convince you. There's not a motivational speech I can give you that will convince you that it's okay to get into debt. And you guys are absolutely right. Thank you, right, for holding me accountable. And I'm gonna tell you guys this right now. It's up, right? I'm gonna make you proud, okay? I don't want you guys listen. Like she goes in the email, hey man, I love everything you do, man. But if you continue down this route, I'm gonna have to unsubscribe. Please, baby girl, don't you unsubscribe now. All right, I already told you guys way too much of my personal business. All right, we locked in like this now. All right, view me as your YouTube nephew, okay? I look at you guys like you're my YouTube auntie, YouTube uncle. We got a lot of people in the community here who is very financially literate. We got Frank Talks Money here in the channel, guys, right? And part of the community. We got Kenneth Royer. We have a whole bunch of people who watch the journey and who just wants to see a young brother get out the mud. So when I do these things and I hustle backwards, it's disappointing. Okay, it's very disappointing, and I'm getting it, and I see it from your perspective. But you know what? I really want to just share my story with you guys so that this way a brother out here can learn from my mistakes, right? Because I'm telling you, man, like the middle class is disappearing, and these mistakes is gonna cost us, man. It's gonna cost us more than ever. All right. So let's get to the first clip. I know we in my bathroom, but we still got a show to run, right? Roll the clip, baby.
So I've come to the conclusion that the 9-to-5 is going to be dead in probably the next 10 to 15 years. And there's only going to be a select few people who are going to be able to succeed in the future once the system dies. I say that because job security doesn't exist anymore. The cost of living is going to continue to go up. Every time you look at the news, every time you get an email, it's saying, we're raising the price of this. The vehicle registration is going up. Your Netflix subscription is going up. This is going up. That's going up. We're raising our prices. We're raising our prices. They go up and up and up. But guess what hasn't been raised? None of our wages have been raised, right? If you work in a sales job, you know that they continue to move the goalpost, right? If you work in a standard hourly job, you know that they make you do more and more and more work. They put more and more and more tasks on your table, right, without compensating you anymore. They may give you a 50-cent raise, if that. They may not give you a raise at all. Social Security. As a generation, we're not going to get any Social Security because all the boomers are using up all that Social Security, and there's not enough of us young people to feed back into the Social Security. So by the time we get to 60 and 70 years old, there's not going to be any retirement money left for us. This system that promised us stability, security, a well-off life, that's not going to exist. And the only way that we're going to be able to overcome this is you're going to have to learn how to utilize the internet to make your own money. A job is not going to provide you the stability and the security to support yourself in the future. You have to learn how to utilize the internet. Now, your entire business doesn't have to be on the internet, but you need to learn how to utilize the internet and have some kind of tangible skill to make money. Whether that's you know how to do hair, you know how to do nails, you know how to fix cars, you know how to sell a product or service. You're going to have some kind of tangible skill, and you're going to have to learn how to utilize that skill on the internet. Or you're going to have to use the internet in some way to sell that particular skill. That way that you can make a decent amount of income to support yourself. Because like I said, the cost of everything is going to continue to go up. The goalpost is going to continue to be moved. And a lot of this stuff is kind of out of our control. We can't hope and pray that billionaires decide to have a heart and decide to pay us equally. And like, unfortunately, I feel like you have more control over yourself and what you can do than putting that faith into these millionaires and billionaires that truly don't give a fuck about us. So the difference between people who are going to succeed are going to be the people who utilize the internet, and the people who are going to fail are the people who are going to continue using this dying system and believing in it, and not learning how to change and adapt in a world that's constantly changing and constantly adapting.
So as you guys can see, as technology advances, right, there's gonna be less of a need for us. I hate to say it, but you guys already see these CEOs, these billionaires, they're already implementing that, right? Sending these jobs not only to offshores now, right? Now they're trying to add AI and all these robots into the puzzle so that this way we're gonna be left without a job. And if you don't have a job, right, what are you gonna do? Okay, what are you gonna do? And even me as a nurse, that's what I'm not registering. You know, we're not thinking about the future. You know, we're not delaying our gratification. And I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm really speaking for myself. But there's a few of us who's not, right? And when you fumble the bag like this, guys, you're literally stealing from your future self. Okay, you're stealing from your future self. So I'm doing a lot of reflecting today, guys. You know, and man, let me tell you a quick story, man. Like, I walked into the job yesterday and people were laughing. People were laughing. Why? Simple. Look, you probably laughing too, okay? And so, like, I literally got tired of just hearing them laugh. They were like, what happened? I was trying to explain to them, I'm going monk mode, you know. I'm a monk now. I'm trying to live below my means now. I'm a changed man. They didn't, whatever. I went to my patient's room and, you know, my patient's confused, okay? So he's not oriented. So I'm thinking I'm safe there, right? He has a peg tube that's clogged. So I'm sitting here trying to unclog it. I'm putting ginger ale in the peg tube and I'm just trying to, you know what I mean, unclog the peg tube. And listen, guys, tell me how this guy slaps me in my head, man. He goes, that's a bald head. Like, what? Damn, yo, guys, my head hurt after that, all right? But, like, I say all this to say, like, you know, forget the fancy haircuts, guys. I was paying, like, at one point, it was about to be damn near $60 every 2 weeks for a haircut. Okay, I'm trying to be very wise. All right, like my barber, he was cutting my hair and it was a very quiet cut because he got the razor and I think he knows what he did I can do, right? I can go bald just bald myself. I'm gonna be saving a lot of money, and at this point I need to save a lot of money, okay? I need to put a lot of this, whatever dollar I get towards the debt. So yeah, man, like a lot of people can't afford, you know, these basic things that they were once able to do, right? Getting their hair done, getting their nails done. That's all going to be a luxury and it's going to be out of reach for the middle class, man. But let's roll the next clip.
If I am paying $50 for a haircut, the barber better lick my tip too. Oh my God, why would you say that? I don't give a fuck. If I am paying $50, I better leave with more than just a fade. Being from LA County, these haircut prices look like I'm buying a ticket to Disneyland instead of a fucking fade that's gonna last 2 weeks max. Now I am proudly anti-man bun. Hi, I'm here. But guess what? I'm considering getting one because why am I spending over $100 on haircuts? I could get a membership at Equinox with that price, but guess what? No. I have to pay my barber $100 a month because he has black gloves and a ring light. And the barber wants me to tip? Dude, you want me to tip? How about my tip, huh? Is anything gonna happen to my tip? I will tip if something happens to my tip. And if I am paying you premium haircut rates, you better talk to me the entire time. Don't be on that fucking phone. Don't be talking to your homeboy next to you. If I am paying you that much money, we better be conversing, gossiping, or I might be venting to you for the next 30 minutes because guess what? That is your requirement. If I'm paying you over $50. Oh, we gotta feed our family. I don't care. What does your family have to do with me? Fade me up, talk to me, converse, gossip if I'm paying you that much money, and yes, your family will be fed.
On that note, my barber's gonna miss me because I'm not gonna see him for a while, man. Not gonna see him for a while. Yo, man, that guy was funny though, last clip. He had me cracking up, man. I'm not gonna hold you, but guys, listen, right now, if you still have a job, let's lock in, right? Let's lock in. Let's learn from our mistakes, right? If you fumble the bag like me, okay, wipe them damn tears, right? Let's get to work, right? And for the people in the comments, right, my family, right, my community, please, man, forgive me. But I don't know. I'm not trying to give you guys any excuses, but it just really sucks, man. Because let's say you're a middle-class person and you don't want to die out, right? You're fighting just to remain a middle-class citizen. They leave you no choice but to use the debt sometimes, right? Because what are you gonna do? You want to take your kids to Disney. You wanna get a car. You just want to buy a car. These little things. You want to buy a home. So you just take a little bet. You're like, it won't hurt nobody. And now look, man. You stress, we all stress together. Don't fall for the traps, guys. Don't fall for the traps of consumerism. And it sucks, man. Like, they're not paying us enough for this. They're not. But we're working every single day. Every single day we're working in. I don't know. We're really going to have to utilize the internet, right? We're going to have to tap into our entrepreneur spirit. We're going to have to find a way to really supplement our income to get to that next level. But I have one more clip for you guys that I'm going to play. Then I got to hop in this shower, right? And pray for me. I don't want the ceiling to fall on my head. But anyways, let's roll the clip.
What the fuck are we doing on this earth, man? Every day, most of us wake up and go to a job that we really don't fucking like, but we can't really quit because we got to get the money to pay the bills that they say it's important to pay. What the fuck is the point of this life, man? We go to grocery stores and buy food that God gave us for free. Why the fuck did we pay for lights? Well, that's just the way it is. Fuck you. I'm tired of all this that's just the way it is bullshit. This whole fucking system is garbage. America ain't nothing but a big-ass fucking plantation, man. A big-ass fucking plantation. What the fuck are we doing here? There are days I don't want to be on this earth. And I'm not saying I want to unalive myself and nothing like that. But I'm tired, man. It's like, what the fuck is the point of any of this? To work till we 60, 70 years old? Most of us ain't gonna fucking live to see 50. But we gotta work to maybe retire. Man, fuck you and all that bullshit, man. I don't give a fuck about who president, left, right, and all this dumbass shit. I'm tired of this whole fucking game, man. It's a big-ass game. It's a big-ass charade. America is a fucking plantation. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say about it, man. This shit is exhausting. Like, I don't even want to look for another job. I'm going to walk in there. They going to ask me, why do you even want this job? Bitch, because I need some fucking money to pay the bills that they tell me is important to pay. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Alright guys, sorry for the format. I know this video, I was literally all over the place, but I hope I stayed to the point. If you are a middle class member today, guys, you have to fight, right? You have to fight for your family because the middle class is literally collapsing in front of us. I'm not even trying to do the most, right? I'm not even trying to do the most. It sucks that you can't just be a middle class member, but you got to pick a side. And right now, the side I'm trying to pick is that rich side, man, because I already been on the other side for too long. I've been poor. I'm trying to see what it looks like on the other side, right? That's it. That's all I'm trying to do. But listen, guys, dap me up, right? I need to know. Comment below, all right? I need to know if you forgive me. I need to know if you guys are still rocking with me, if you still love me. Let me know in the comments below. I still love you no matter what. Either way, I'm going to be here by myself talking if I have to, but put my beard protector on. All right, guys. I got to head out. I love and appreciate you guys. Peace.